I'm gonna try dyeing yarn and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I have 2 undyed yarn skeins. I think they're cotton, I'm not entirely sure. I bought them a while ago and they are 4-ply. I have some powdered ink and I have some trays which are definitely probably too shallow for the job I'm trying to do. But we're gonna try and we're gonna experiment and see. Yeah, like I say, I've got no idea what I'm doing, never done it before, and we're just gonna give it a whirl and see. Let's get dyeing some yarn. Okay, so we are now outside and I have picked which colours I'm going to use. I've got yellow, sky blue and green grass. I've also got a jug of water, the yarn and the trays. I'm thinking I might try and do split dye, as in like some of it is yellow, some of it is blue, and then there's speckles of green, and letting them soak. So I might try that for one of them, and yeah, gonna give it a whirl. I think I'm gonna start with the split dye. So, gonna do a bit of blue in this one and a bit of yellow in this one. That's looking a bit better, I think. With the trays almost overflowing with dye, it was time to submerge the yarn. After squishing the yarn into the water for what felt like an ungodly amount of time, they finally started to resemble noodles. To which then I had a really great idea of sprinkling the dye over the noodles like a noodle packet. Of course, like most things I do, this backfired. Oh shoot, I've got some of the blue in the yellow. Well, oh well. It is what it is. After accepting the fact that whenever I tried to do anything, something always goes wrong, I decided to run with it and put green dye in with the yellow bit and even in the middle, just to try something different and see how it goes. Maybe I ought to like mush this around a bit because these ones won't get much. We'll see what, oh, that is becoming very green and splotchy. I should have left it. Oh well, forget it. We'll mush it about. It's all about experimentation. After attempting to convince myself that this was 100% what I intended to happen, I decided it was probably time to take the yarn out of the tray. Thinking I just lift it out and put it into some new trays. After waiting for an eternity for the yarn to drip dry and then naturally dry, which it didn't do because I forgot to squeeze it like a plonker, I then moved on to dyeing my other yarn, where I spent a good chunk of time rearranging the yarn to fit in the actual tray before I even started anything. Once it was adequately arranged, it was time to start dyeing. After accidentally dyeing the grass yellow and blue, I was finally on to dyeing the actual yarn, which was actually the intended recipient, when of course something else with the desire to be dyed was found. I think that looks good, although we have got grass pieces in here. I think the other one's going to be quite nice and pale, so we'll see how that goes when that's dry. As for now, I've sort of got a blue hand on this one and a green thumb on this one. So I probably should have used some sort of utensil, but I don't have one of those, so hands. So let's leave this to soak and I shall get back to you when I'm ready to take it out. Okay, so I have now become bored of waiting. It's been approximately 5 minutes, and so I'm going to take this out now and see how it looks. I think this yarn is probably going to be the better of the two. I just feel like the colorway is going to look better. You can kind of see the color separation in this. I think again this is probably going to be light, probably down to my patience levels, which are very, very minimal. There's a few bits where it's missed the actual dye, but I guess that'll make it interesting. That's now ready to dry. I shall put it in the sun with the other one, with it spread out a bit, and I shall continue the video when it's all dry and we can have a proper look at it. Because I forgot to wring out the hanks like an absolute plonker, I had a right old time trying to dry these yarn hanks, and so I had to get creative and use my camera stand to try and dry the hanks. I even had to put it out the window to try and see whether that worked because the heat inside the caravan was not drying it. I won't be making that mistake again. We're ignoring the hair. I'm in the process of dyeing it into a different colour. Anyway, the hanks are dry. I should probably rinse these, but because we're going home soon, I'm going to do the spinny spin and get them into like the cool looking hanks and then rinse them when we get home, I think, or put them in the wash. Probably put them in the washing machine because I'm a bit lazy like that. Spin and twist and spin and twist, spin and twist and... Oh, would you look at that? That looks pretty cool. Well, hey! One hank of yarn. Twisted. I do like the colour. I think it looks pretty cool. Oh, it's gonna get tangled if I'm not careful. Twist, twist, twist. That's another one. I could probably do better than that, but there we go. There's both of them. I feel like they look like the ocean and sort of sea foamy. But yeah, I'm gonna take these home and then I'm gonna put them in the washing machine. And hopefully that won't ruin them. Okay, so I might have a little issue with something called common sense in that I don't have it. Sillily, I decided to put these yarn balls in the washing machine. Yeah, well, now they look like two pom-poms that cheerleaders use. I have no words other than I seriously lack common sense. I probably should have hand washed this or put it in a bag or something. I don't know. But now I've got two big blobs of yarn to untangle. So now I've got to untangle all of this before I can even use it, which is great. Yay! As I was detangling the yarn, I was faced with the feeling of wanting to quit. However, I may be lazy in terms of washing things in a washing machine rather than hand washing them, but I sure as heck will not waste my yarn. I was determined to get this back to a proper usable yarn ball. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes of detangling and I have just managed to separate the two balls. Woohoo! Got me some pom-poms! It was time to lock in. It was now or never. I had other crochet projects calling my name and this needed to be finished. It is the end of day 1 and I have got this much more to do. I've been doing this for about 4 hours now. Okay, so we're on like day 3 of doing this now. I still have all of this left to do. But frankly, I am getting quite bored. With the clock ticking and the boredom rising, I knew I had to get this done, and fast. It was affecting my fingers and my arms, and everything was starting to ache. This project was getting the best of me, but I couldn't quit. I knew I had to do it. I had to get it finished. I couldn't give in to the laziness demons and let this project slip away, like the many projects it's claimed before. I had to get it finished so my mum could use this yarn to make her socks. And with that, I have finally finished the yarn dyeing project. So let's have a look at the final result. Wow, so cute!